Так, приветик. Call of Cthulhu, новая игра, хоррор, вышла 30 октября, совсем недавно. Дотянулись руки, кстати, поменял язык на русский. Те, у кого проблемы с языком, у кого английский, те, кто не может сделать русский, заходите в папку Engines, папку с игрой, которая находится там, проходите по папочкам дальше и в файле меняете английский на русский, просто прописываете, потому что через меню он не меняется. Так, начинаю заново. Детективное агентство Пирса, Бостон. Бостон, 24 год. Эдвард Пирс, ветеран Первой мировой войны, пытается заглушить свои воспоминания алкогольным снотворным. Он стал частным детективом, но никак не может найти дело, способное вывести его из апатии. Пирс должен как можно скорее найти нового клиента, иначе рискует потерять лицензию. Окей. Интересно, а почему он потеряет лицензию? То есть, если нет клиентов, то лицензия аннулируется? Странно. Если он частный детектив, то он зависит только от клиентов. Очень не финансируется там откуда-то. Ладно, поехали. Заставочка. Безумие есть благо. Богам смешны попытки людей сохранить рассудок перед лицом неизбежной смерти. О. Какой-то отстойник с потрохами. Так, у нас детектив должен найти новое дело. И... Так, что-то, наверное, слишком сильно громко. Потише. Так, нет. Да? Или, наверное, музыку надо скипнуть немного. Не скипнуть, а чуть-чуть убавить. Ну, так получше. Так, предысторию нам какую-то рассказали. Непонятно, как он здесь оказался, что он тут делает. Так, сенса. Да что ж такое? Просто адовые размытия в движении, просто слегка поворачиваешь, все умылит. Так, присесть, понятно. Такой уровень обучалка. Не, ни хрена. Так, это призрак. А, свечки. Свечки. Так, вы не можете взаимодействовать с предметами, пока не осветите их. Ну, фонарик вижу. Бочки, а это ключ. На кусачки. Не подписано, какой клавиш нажимать, чтобы взять предмет, но по умолчанию это буква А на геймпаде, и так полагаю, R будет на клавиатуре. Так, а другую дверь? Или она туда же ведет? Ну, она туда же ведет. Два входа. Так, игра сохранена. Так, здесь по чекпоинтам получается. Что не могу это мыло. Так, постобработка низкой тени. Эффекты низкая. Надеюсь, это поможет. Да, так гораздо лучше.
What a putrid offering.
Так, это с нами Ктулху говорит. Так, достать, убрать. Так, селектор предметов я не найду. Но думаю, он будет.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
ЛТ. Так, надо еще там поднастроить немного. А, блин. Надо применять каждый раз. Ну, вот так нормально. Да, так бежит это что? Пиздец.
Everything has already been written.
Волан-де-Морты.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Кракен. Да, это казался сон. Всего лишь. Напился.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. Been too long since I've slept.
Так, ну ключи я могу взять.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
А, это он. А, это лупа, чтобы исследовать предмет, да? Окей. Угу. Стаканчик. Ну, похмелиться это святое. Как без похмелки. Голова немного заработает.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Так, ну все, появилось меню. Так, дело. Стоп. Так, навыки. Здесь качать можно, надо же. Красноречие. Оккультизм, медицина. Так, места. Оккультизм. Житель. Улики. Предметы. Зажигалка. Пока ничего особого нету.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Так, звонок.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Так, я смогу скидать уже, да? Так, что тут у нас есть? Что-то не особо много веток. Так, расследование самое главное. В серединке. Отражает вашу способность вести следствие. Развитие этого навыка повышает шанс восстановить последовательность событий и проанализировать. Так, сломать замок. 3 из 5. Оккультизм 1 из 5. Ваше познание в оккультных науках. Так, повышает шанс определить назначение и происхождение оккультных артефактов, также расширить знания мифов. Так, медицина, шанс доступа лекарства. Так, сила, физические способности. Красноречие. Поиск, находить спрятанные. Ну, наверное, поиск, красноречие. Так, 2 из 5, то есть мне. Надо качать еще. Так, и один еще залить надо куда-нибудь. Не знаю, в оккультизм. Пускай будет. Сойдет.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Ну понятно, то есть он на контору работает.
I'm coming.
То есть он не сам одиночек такой.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Так, подвалило мне дело. Так, смотреть картину, знакомьтесь. Ну, я даже еще не осмотрел свою комнатку. Так, ну вот он служил. Вернее, воевал в Первую мировую, как там сказали в титрах. Календарь октябрь 24-й. Сертификат. Так, и справочник медицинский. Так, сначала картина, что там за безумец?
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it. A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Можно крутить дело. Так, статья рассказывает о браке Сары Хокинс и Чарли Хокинса, бизнесмена с острова Дарквотер. Они ведут затворническую жизнь на удаленном острове с своим сыном Саймоном.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Диалоговое окно. Причем не из двух ответов. Круто.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Так, ну все.
I think
Я
I'm
все
beginning to understand.
прокликал.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to
Сара
recover her honor.
неравновешенная
Quiet
живет с
down.
мужем на острове.
I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Так, шкафчик.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
А там Ктуху.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Так, а что я могу с ним сделать? Род занятий школьник Саймон Хокинс.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Так, ну все. Я уж готов. Так, на остров поплывем. Чем-то напоминает, кстати, завязка. Титры пошли. С Леонардо Ди Каприо фильм был, по-моему, «Таинственный остров», как он назывался, где он тоже детектив, да, и отправляется на тюрьму, на остров. Хороший фильм, классный, понравился. На нечто похожее. Причем финал, мне кажется, тоже будет нечто похожим. Как в том фильме с Ди Каприо.
We're almost there.
Как же этот фильм называется? Таинственный остров. Вот, по-моему, название что-то забыл. По-моему, Таинственный остров, я не помню точно. Ну, где он в тюрьму отправляется на остров. Мне кажется, да, финал будет даже похожим. Завязка похожая и финал похожим. То есть наш герой окажется где-нибудь в психушке, на самом деле. То есть никакого острова нету, никакого дела нету, он просто псих больной там. Его лечат там галоперидолом. В палате номер 6 там. В комнате с мягкими стенами там сидит, думает, что он детектив, а он...
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Так, поговорите с Фицроем. Да, ну бег меня, конечно, впечатляет. С такой скоростью он бежит. Это тыц. Да, по-моему, даже хожу быстрее, чем он бежит. Может, там качать надо что-нибудь? Какую-нибудь ветку.
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops.
Ну,
They can't
касатка.
understand. Damn.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast...
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
А, он сегодня
Oh,
отвечает.
yeah. It's a sign.
Он отвлекся.
There's something coming.
Так, ну а ты?
Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops.
Зачем они
They
собираются
can't
бросить ее в
understand.
воду? Это же труп.
Damn stupid idiots.
Что они
Get it.
делают?
Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an omen.
Да так, дело. Так, одно очко мне дали. Надо медицину скинуть его. Не могу. Науки, рассудок. Так, психологическая травма. Так, Дарквотер, места. Порт Дарквотера. Идите в бар.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Пойду по сюжету.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
А нахуя он это сделал?
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Так, сухой закон, да,
I didn't
порядку.
expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up
Ну а
your
почему,
own
может, она
mind.
поехавшая, просто это... Ничего удивительного.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Так... Скотридж. Ну да,
Captain
вот.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
Это повлияет на вашу судьбу. Ага.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all.
А что, никто не узнал, что там происходит? Ну, кричат и кричат, да, там, ладно, бывает. Каждую ночь причем. Ну что, еще ё...
You want a drink?
Same again, please.
Here you go.
Может, там новые диалоги откроются.
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
Так, ну я вроде уже все узнал. А, кстати, если я еще напьюсь совсем, то игра не закончится. Ладно, я не буду, потому что мало ли меня к чекпоинту отбросит, типа напился. А вдруг?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
— 1747 год. Огромный улов. Так, ну а ты чё?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Так вот там баба сидела, обратила внимание, но сейчас чуть попозже подойду.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
Так это было 70 лет назад.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Ладушки.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Так, там какой-то коридор. Он закрыто, конечно. Так, тут скуластенькая баба.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
I
told you to beat it.
Так, ну я закрытый, что я сюда пошел?
What can I get you?
That'll be all for now.
Жалко, здесь NPC не подписаны, потому что не очень удобно. Так, на Фицрое там был показан фокус камеры. Вот на этот домик, значит, мне сюда.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Так, письмо с угрозой. Условия на соглашение однозначно держать своих людей под контролем. Письмо с угрозой, это что?
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Так, очко.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. Fishing equipment. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Сцилла. Так, второй этаж. Не знаю, ладно, поговорить с ним. Потом пойду.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Так, какие декларации? А, вот здесь, наверное.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Прочитать можно только несколько дат. 1890 год и 907. Еще несколько цифр. Прочее содержимое документа аккуратно вымарано.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Так, медицина. Так, ну я могу же, должен... Датом нашел, я могу же как-то улучшить. Может, я пока не знаю как.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Так, фотография изображен человек, похож на Фицроя, стоит на мостике корабля. Деревянная нога.
What a macabre souvenir.
Вообще похож на цифр очень сильно, вот этот геймплей. Только более такой болотного цвета. Более такой на исследовании построен. Так, а куда он делся? А, он там стоит.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale, Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Так, геймпад.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Так,
Can
где
you
еще
tell me
раз?
where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front.
А, вон он, близко.
Can't
То есть
miss it.
это не тот склад
Understood.
большой сзади. Так, ну...
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake.
Ну, не знаю, схавать, наверное. Разделать на мясо, продать. Что еще делать?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Да я читал уже.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through
Ой,
my
не надо было
affairs.
говорить.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Так, у меня одно очко появилось опыта. Так, значит, на склад пойти. Так, а прям по улице что там есть? Тоже какие-то рыбаки.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Не сомневаюсь.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Хорошо. Ну, даже она не пройду, тут закрыто. Машинка. Так, здесь еще есть проход, тоже, наверное, на склад. Или куда он идет?
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Ага. Так, и лебедка идет к лебедке. А к лебедке надо добраться. Блин, дует. Так, ну, пока на склад пойду по сюжету. Что мне тут делать? Что здесь еще? Опа. Рычаг.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Ага. Но мне все равно сюда придется идти по сюжету, если я пойду. А, вот лестница. Точно. Ладно, тогда сейчас я передвину это все дело. Пока есть такая возможность.
I could use this old winch to...
Давай. Ладно, это, наверное, на следующий раз зайду сюда, потому что я не могу активировать, нету, скажем, активного умения. Ой, шкалка. Так, тут тоже доступа нет. Ну, то есть одна улочка маленькая, порт. Так, это, наверное, здесь этот склад. Тут дежурящий полицейский.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Я частный детектив, ты должен мне сказать.
I'd like to know more about the Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Частный детектив.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Так, а обход. Где здесь вход? Ага, там ребятки уже задержут. Рыбку ловит. О, маяк. Опять в копилку таинственного острова с Ди Каприо.
Damnation! I broke it.
А,
It's
блин.
no use. The padlock won't give.
Брэндон.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Не знаю, по-моему, это граффити просто. И все. Блин, судно торчит. Заброшка. Затонувшие корабли. Так, ну а вы чё?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our
Блин,
island
зачем
and
тут пошел?
ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Так, а сзади за них.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Peculiar house.
It's not because...
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Так, ну ладно, я все узнал.
We'll see.
То есть один плывет, другой вроде прямо стоит. Если издалека. Так, сейчас.
Quiet. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Так, ну-ка, красноречие свое заюзать.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Черт не
Saw you
получилось.
talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Kat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who—
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know—
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get it.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Да, Джокер, чё так серьезно? Давай.
Sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be taught.
What are you guarding?
Listen, bonehead, we'll—
Да.
I bid you, gentlemen.
Так, ну ладно, все, что я мог узнать, я узнал. Так, ну, другой способ. Ну, у меня есть еще вариант с лебедкой. Там не было опции повернуть ее. Тем не менее, рычаг я нашел. Так, вот здесь. Ну, еще что-то надо найти. Сейчас надо посмотреть по углам. Ага. А, деталька вот еще одна.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Храповик, еще одна деталька.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Еще что-то не хватает, я смотрю. Так, рычаг я взял, храповик я нашел. Ага, так. Зубчатое колесо.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Я надеюсь, это все. Я смогу открыть створки. Все, да.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle. Ugh.
Готово. Бегает туман. Блять. Так. О, все. Колбасил. Убери его. Пни ногой куда-нибудь. Ой, я, кажется, вздохнуть надо бежать. В мокрой одежде в октябре сейчас, наверное, холодно. Ой, ой, что это? У меня все равно оружия нет, поэтому... Ай, блядь. Но это не по-настоящему, я просто газом надышался и все, и меня... Это не в реальном мире. Бля.
This is primitive.
То ли я уже не в реальном мире, то ли это мне привиделось, но это скорее всего привиделось, это из-за масла надышался. Так, ну вот я на складе почти. Так, значит, ага.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Обыщите склад. Так. Ну здесь опять контекстное действие, как в последнем цифре. Это не очень удобно. Почему такое делать? Лучше бы сразу нормально сделать. Подошел к краю и спрыгнул. Это в цифре просто жутко бесило. Сама игра не очень, но вот этот момент прям полностью вот выводил из себя. Какой-то полный атовизм. Так, вот... Так, а где вход? Вот он, вход. И там за окошком эти стоят столопы. Так, ну это место расследования. Тут, наверное, какой-то режим другой будет. Сейчас я немножко отвлекусь. Так, ну... Место происшествия. Так, труха.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Ну, наверное, анальгинов в то время не было, поэтому так дорого.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Снотворное.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Так, потроха, были утоляющие снотворное, разбили зеркало, картина. Ничего не понятно. Пазлы не складываются пока в единое целое. Рой Митчелл, владелец бара Кит на мели. Капитан. Так, фотография. По-моему, изначально было понятно, что этот склад он был связан с делом, даже когда принесли. Сам заказчик это сказал, то есть я не понимаю, в чем смысл был.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Так, вот проверку на силу идет, если угрожать. Мне бы на красноречие.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be
Что-то не получилось.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Да, я видел.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
А, это самая Кэт?
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker.
Clear
the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Похоже на этот
You've finally grown a pair.
из синдиката бабу
Too bad you're
ассасина.
too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf?
Ну,
I've got
приехал.
my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Нахожусь и расследую дело.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the
Ну как вы
Hawkins
там
mansion.
построили на
Come
такой
on,
высоте?
we got some driving to do.
Так, ну, глава 3 уже идет. Сад вокруг особняка Хокинсов. Мне интересно, если в игре будет делать упор именно на детективную часть, на исследование, это очень неплохо. Просто не просто какое-то там хождение, там стелс, там какой-нибудь настоебавший с укрытиями и прочим, а именно на хождение, исследование, там какие-то диалоги, то это будет очень неплохо. Пока что меня устраивает игра. То есть это не Outlast, что уже неплохо. Alone in the Dark скорее напоминает. Ну, это общая черта для жанра, так скажем.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
Ну, блин, там целый замок.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Так.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Да, начали с особняка.
It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester?
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Давай
Why not?
пойдем.
You can help.
Вдвоем веселее.
Let's go.
Так, ну, расхранена. Ладно, тут уже 3-я глава идет. Думаю, с этого места я начну следующий стрим. Пока что игра устраивает. Детектив. Пока что не стелс, не беготня, не прочее. Я думаю, это будет как Outlast, типа того. Или Penumbra, вот что-то похожее. Ну, думаю, может она будет таким каким-то в некоторых моментах, но пока что меня устраивает это именно такой детектив адвенчура, скорее, чем хоррор. То есть от хоррора тут мало что. Таком. Ну, мне нравится пока что. Ладно, продолжу в другой раз пока что. Прекращаю стрим.